If one day games suddenly invade the real world, what would you choose to do? This male lead is called Huang Wu, 24 years old. He is an independent game producer without a team, and he completes all the game development by himself. He writes the code himself and draws characters by himself. However, the male lead's wallet only has 550 yuan. To make money, he began to accelerate the development speed. Soon, the computer suddenly went black. At this moment, the computer turned on again, and a bunch of codes appeared. The computer is running automatically. It's automatically designing monster images and automatically improving the plot. It's automatically completing the code and automatically repairing bugs. Suddenly, the computer started to alarm. The host is running at high load. It's overloaded. Overloaded. Then the host started to smoke. It's over. The host is completely scrapped. The male lead's life is completely ruined. The male lead looked up. The screen was still on. Suddenly, the computer prompts that Fantasy New World is being released. The release platform is a real world, progress 15%, 30%, 100%, and it's done. Suddenly, everything in the house started to tremble. It was an earthquake. The male protagonist immediately ran out. However, the world had changed. Large branches were emerging from the ground. The game developed by the male protagonist actually invaded the earth and came to the real world. The ground kept shaking. Large branches were emerging from the ground. A large bird appeared in the sky and flying towards the helicopter. Then the helicopter caught fire and smoked. The big bird also fell down. People started to run away frantically. A little girl was directly tripped over. The male lead took a look. It was the monster Junin I designed. Junin climbed out of the big pit. The male lead immediately went over and hugged the girl. Junin immediately used his skill, the ripple evil laugh. Then another big wolf rushed over and bit at Junin, and the male lead looked at the girl. It was a unicorn wolf. The male lead fainted directly. When the male lead opened his eyes again, the male lead was lying in a hospital, and a little girl was lying beside him. The male lead decided to turn on the TV to see what was going on. A reporter reported that the branches had reached a height of 6,000 meters, and the location of the helicopter was only at the waist of the tree. Just then, a big bat flew over, and the channel was disconnected. The man just turned on the TV. Before the reporter said a few words, a big bat flew over. The channel was disconnected directly. Then the male protagonist was about to change channels. At this moment, an emergency news was suddenly broadcast. To save the crisis of humanity, please people with player identities, please come to the player hall immediately. Soon, the game box popped up for the male lead. His occupation was an NPC. Game designer. The male lead clicked on Save and Skills. However, the system prompts that NPCs cannot save. NPCs cannot use skills. Just then, a person was opening the door. It was the landlord, Ma Chang-chan. Ma brought some food for the male lead. Then the little girl woke up. The little girl rushed towards the male lead and shouted, "Daddy!" The male lead immediately explained that he didn't know her. She just got separated from her family. Sister Ma said, "Since that's the case, then you can take care of her first." The male lead said he could take care of her. "Can the rent be reduced?" Sister Ma smiled and took out the medical bill. "A total of 10,000. Pay me the medical expenses first." The male lead was completely shocked. If the game invaded the real world, what would you choose to do? The world is collapsing. Since the disaster, human beings began to throw their strongest weapons. They have launched the strongest weapons of mankind. However, humans did not win, but were occupied by monsters, the sky, and even lost half of the land. Now only players can save humanity. 9 months later, the male protagonist and the little girl are cleaning up the house, because for a long time, they haven't found the girl's family. So the male protagonist temporarily named her Meng. Soon, Meng broke the TV. To pay off the landlord's debt and survive, the male lead had to go out to fight monsters, because the male lead has set many hidden tasks for NPCs. One of which is a hidden task. As long as he kills 10,000 of the lowest level foxes, he would receive the title of 图图者, and he can receive the blessing of Goddess Julia, and become a brave man who can fight with humans. After more than half a year of hard work, the male lead finally killed 10,000 rabbit monsters. After a while, the male lead took the rabbit to the player hall. As an NPC, finally killed 10,000 rabbit monsters, the male protagonist can finally be blessed by the goddess and become a player. After a while, the male lead brought the rabbit to the player hall. Everyone was talking about him behind his back. The rabbit killer is here again. Only dares to kill the lowest level trash. The male lead has gotten used to it. He went to the NPC to exchange money and food. The male lead just exchanged food and money. Just then, the goddess NPC Julia appeared. The male protagonist excitedly shouted, "Bless me quickly," and turned me into a player. What the goddess didn't expect was that the goddess directly asked the male protagonist, "Why did you kill so many cute rabbits?" The male lead realized that the plot seemed wrong. However, it was too late. The goddess was already angry. The goddess threw the male lead to the ground, and then started to crush the male lead. The male lead kept cursing the system. "Your uncle." At this moment, the system suddenly popped up a prompt. Due to being successfully cursed by the goddess, he was about to abandon his human identity and become a demon. Congratulations to Demon Xuan Wu for becoming a gamer.